What's up, everybody? Crazy Eights here with another Studio Series Transformers review. This time we're looking at Barricade from the last night. So let's take a quick look at the box, and then we'll get into the figure and its accessories. Alright, so here you got your Studio Series box with the plastic packaging. It takes 23 steps to transform them. Here's the artwork of Barricade in alt mode and robot mode. See a better view of it right here. Transformers, last night, Barricade. This side you got a nice image of Barricade. This side you got again Barricade, and then he is a Voyager class. Top of the box says, oh, this way. Not much. It says Barricade, Transformers, last night, and then in the back you got the product shot. Let me bring the camera up a little bit. So you have an image of him from the movie. Car mode. He's a official licensed Ford product. Here he is. Alt mode and Barricade. Barricade searches for the Guardian Knight Talisman. Ah, yes, the last night. Although I did like Prime's mode in that. It looks pretty clean. Anyway, that's the box. Let's get into the figure. Ta-da! And that's how it looks. And you just fold these up, put it down, and now there you go. Now he's fully assembled. Here he is in his robot mode, and before this I showed off how to, that this does come disassembled, so you gotta put it on. I showed that off a little bit, how to do it. Very simple, just snap it in, fold it up, and then you're good to go. But here he is. I think he looks better than the first one that came out in Studio Series. That's just my opinion. I feel like that one's proportions were off, especially the head to body ratio. But anyway, let's talk about this guy. Here is his head sculpt. Got a lot going on, always in the Studio Series line. Very detailed face sculpt. Blue helmet, looks like silver face, some red beady eyes. Going down, you got the Decepticon logo front and center, done in silver. The front of the car, I got some nice molded details, but they could use some more paint. You can see the front end of the car right there. Going down the body. Got some good details on the side too. Again, not enough paint, but got a lot of molded plastic. Here are his legs. Then you got his arms right here with car bits hanging off of it. And then the back, 867. Some details in there as well, which is, I'm digging that. I guess it's not that bad, really. Not that bad. Now let's take a look at his accessories. He comes with a few. Comes with a few of them, so let's take a look at them right now. Alright, so he comes with a few accessories. Comes with two of these. Here we go, see the detail on that. Done in like a dark silver or dark gray. You got a 3-barrel hand. It goes on his wrist, so wrist guns. You got 2 of those. There's 2 different handguns. Here's the first one. Just a flat, very skinny looking weapon. Same thing with this one. Very flat, very skinny, which is weird. But you can kind of see it. Kind of looks like a revolver. It's got the, I don't know what they call that part of the gun, but you got that part right there. But these two are very flat. And you got this thing, which, I don't know if it's like a tablet or something. Done in dark and black. Maybe not. Maybe a taser. And let's show you how these all look and work on him. So here is Barricade all armed up. You have his wrist gun, the 6-barrel. It wraps around. He has his little, I guess, taser. I'm calling it a taser. He's got a little handheld right here. And then for his weapons, he could hold them, or he could put them on his hip and have them holstered up, which is a nice touch. I like that. The only thing he doesn't come with, which stinks, are his knuckles, express knuckles. And I thought maybe they'd be molded in, but they're not, which stinks. It would have been really cool to have those, but he doesn't have them. But he does have all this. All right, so this is Barricade in his robot mode. So let's do some comparisons of Barricade. The first one I want to do is a 2007 version of Barricade, which stinks. Doesn't even stand up. I can't even get him to stand up. His feet are very loose, very loppy. But can he stand? Are you going to stand? No, you're not going to stand. Here's a 2007 version of him. Just a very floppy mess. Holy shit. Look at that. He's standing. But I don't have anything with him. I can't find instructions, and I can't find any of his weapons. I'm not sure if I just bought him like this or not. I have it for a while, but here's 2007 Barricade. Here's with Gamer Edition Barricade. With Studio Series Barricade from Transformers, the first movie. And I don't know, the proportion of this guy is all wonky. I feel like his body, his chest was too small and his head's too big. I could be wrong, but it's a good figure. It holds together nicely, but I just feel like the proportions are off. I mean, then again, Bayverse robots were kind of weird looking and proportionally not the best. And here he is with, which one is Siege and Earthrise? I believe this one is the Siege, and I believe that one is the Earthrise Barricade. Alright, so that was my look at Studio Series Barricade from the last night. This is the version I really wanted because I love that cop car mode in this one, in the movie. He had all those like flashing lights on the bumper grill and the bumper guard, and just looked like a badass looking police car. Not to say his first version wasn't bad, because that one was just as cool with the black and white. But I do like the colors on this one. He feels solid. Great plastic quality, great detail. A lot of detail on this guy, even in the sides here, which is surprisingly different. You know, like he's got a lot of good molded detail. Unfortunately, no paint. But you know, that's Studio Series for you. Either you could do it yourself, which I wish I was more handy with a brush. I would do it and pop these things out better, but I'm really not. Accessory wise, everything stores on him pretty good. You could have the guns side hipped, which is nice. He's got a nice 6-barrel wrist gun, and which I'm calling a taser, which I don't know what it is, but he's got that on his other wrist. So all in all, cool figure, great details. Definitely worth picking up. I like him better than the first version of this guy right here. A lot of people liked him when he came out, and he was a good mold, but not as good as this one, I think. I think this one's much better. Anyway, let's do the transformation. Alright, so here's Barricade. So now let's get him transformed into his alt mode. All right. I didn't say anything for this whole transformation because this one fought me tooth and nail. Now it's a good thing that all the joints are nice and tight, but as a transformer, it also is a problem. A lot of the issues I'm having was that things were tight to bend, and especially on the feet. You have to bend the feet in two ways, by the knee and then by the ankle tilt, and those joints were insanely tight. And then the hands themselves, bringing the arms in, these joints were really, really tight. And then you had to get them up and over the roof of the car to get them inside underneath it. So, not a hard transformation at all, or a lot of, there were some tolerances that you have to push through, and a lot of tight joints on this guy. But once you get them in there and done, it's done. So that was a transformation. Now let's do the car review. Let's talk his alt mode. Now it's a Ford Mustang. It's a licensed product for Ford. So you have him as the police car, which is really nice. So let's take a look at the details. Here's from the front. Got the nice bumper guard and some lamps on fog lamps. Got some really cool detail on this car. It's a badass looking car, it really is. For a police car, it's really nice. Not enough I guess paint decals, on it. It's got a lot, but like I'm talking like I think the other Studio Series has a lot more oh geez, what's going on over here? Hold on. Let's get this thing put back together. There we go. Like I was saying, the other Studio Series Barricade has a lot more sticker decal applications on it than this guy does. But he has some great details on it. Just wish this thing would stay together. Trying to get stuff. It's like a tabbing nightmare. Like one side tabs in, the other side won't. This side is having a hard time tabbing in. Here's from the back. And then of course, there he is. Just folded up on the bottom. But a really cool alt mode, and rolls really smooth. Now there is some weapon storage, it makes them look ridiculous, so let's just get into it. Alright, so here he is with the weapons on him. You put the suicide guns here, and then the Gatling guns, or the wrist guns up top, with the little black piece as their mounting station. It looks weird, but I don't know. It kind of works for Decepticon for some reason, but yeah, it's not the best weapon storage, but you could have that attack mode going on. Do some comparisons with some other Barricades. So here he is with the 2007 Barricade from the first Transformers movie, and the size is way off. Like, as you can see, he's way bigger. Studio Series is a lot smaller, but that's 2007 Barricade, Gamer Edition Barricade, and he's just a big brick of a car compared to him. Much huger. Cool looking alt mode though for both of them. Here's with his Studio Series version of him, the first release. He has a lot more. Again, he has like the Slave and the Punish stickers and all that stuff. But I do like both their alt modes. It's just a cool car. But they size well together in this mode. Alright, so here he is with Siege Barricade, and nope, wrong Barricade. Where is he? The Earthrise version. Now this one right here came in a 2-pack with Counterpunch, I believe. Yeah, this is the Galactic Odyssey Collection, the Dominus Criminal Pursuit 2-pack that he came in for the War for Cybertron trilogy. So here's some more Barricades. All right, so that's my look at the alt mode, and I do love the Ford Mustang alt mode. It's a badass looking car. Transformation is a bitch. I will say that. Again, it's because it's not a hard transformation. These joints are tight, so it was hard to get them into alt mode. The feet are weird. There's a weird way of doing it, and there's a certain way you have to do it. So it was a little bit of a pain, I'm not gonna lie. But once you get to past the feet, it's really easy. It's just the tight joints, which shouldn't be something that's too bad because you don't want things to be too loose. Weapon storage is goofy as always. It's not incorporated cleanly, which I like better. If it was like inside and hidden, or it made sense why it's out on the outside. But it's what they do. All in all, it's a really cool looking alt mode. They got some decent paint on it. Not enough, but it's a Studio Series. They don't put a lot of effort in paint. Anyway, that's it for this video. I do hope you all enjoyed it. Till next time, Crazy Eats is out.